Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. God bless you, kings and queens. I'm telling you, God bless you as you rise to your greatness in God, as you open your eyes to the awakening that God is on the move. God is moving all around us. There's a stirring in the wind, honey. There's a change. The wind has changed direction. The tide is turning. There's a difference approaching. It's just you just feel something different. Just feel something different in the atmosphere. Can't just put your finger on it. But let me tell you something. Rise to reach your greatness. Rise to reach your greatness. I'm telling you, you got to go step by step by step each and every day, because people gonna try you. But each and every day, this is what you do. You just keep rising to reach your greatness, to 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 your greatness in God. You just keep rising to your greatness, to your greatness. Hun, just keep rising each day to your anytime. Even if somebody say something wrong to you some way, say something wrong to you someday, some way. Sometimes people just find a way. You ain't been and done nothing to nobody, but they find a way. So through some way, somebody say something to you someday. What you tell them, grow. Tell them to grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. I ain't gonna let you take me there today. I'm rising to my greatness, to my greatness. You can say that in your mind, to my greatness, It's just a step by step, a daily journey with God. And this is what you're doing, honey. You transitioning. See, you're in this world, but you are not of this world. You're a warrior on top for God. You've been growing through. You understand you've been going through. You think you've been going through, but you actually have been growing through. And now you're getting ready to understand some things. You're getting ready to understand that God loves you. God is within. The second coming of God. Second coming of God. Ain't that something? The second coming of God is the awakening in your mind. God is within you. God is within you by His Spirit. Yes, you can. Rise to your greatness. Rise to reach your greatness in God. Just think that every day. No matter what somebody try to say to you, what somebody how they try to come at you, the look they give you, where they try to take you. It's always that. There's always somebody trying to take you, look at you, do you, mess with you, some kind of way. Keep your eyes focused on the beauty. God is moving. Right there. You people gonna notice something about you, honey. They gonna notice. They gonna notice something about you. They gonna notice that you growing. I'm able to go and go and grow and sow love. And I leave people with something to really think on. I give them some wisdom. I lift them. I leave them lifted. I leave them laughing. I leave them smiling. I'm telling you. Like when I told you a while back, where I saw the king on the side of the road with the truck broke down and he was just really having a bad day. And I happened to be coming that way, and I paused to, as I was driving along, I stopped to talk to him and lift him up. And honey, by the time I got done with him, he was laughing and smiling as he was waiting on the tow truck. So this goes on with me every day because God got me on a mission. It's not about me. I have a God-given purpose. And see what it is that they see the light within me. Because as yesterday, as I was standing there, I walked past this, African king sitting on the bench. He had his book bag and stuff there. And he asked me a question. He said, do you know, this is what he said, this is the first thing he said to me. He just looked at me and said this. Do you know that when the pastor touch you, the pastor is not putting the Holy Spirit in you? And I told him, yes, I know that. The pastor has no power to put no kind of spirit in you. The Spirit of God is already in you. God gave it to you. So the Spirit of God has never left you. It is there with you. So whatever you do, rise to reach your greatness. You are a legend. So then he proceeded to tell me that he thought about getting on the bus, but he didn't know if he was going to get on the bus. I was getting on the bus, but he didn't know if he was getting on the bus. And he wound up getting on the bus, but I had a talk with him. He said that to me, so I had to talk with him. I said, you're a greatness. You're a legend. You're transformed. Your life is a gift from God. So you are the author of your destiny. Rise to reach your greatness. And he said, well, I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna go now. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I'm thinking about not going. I didn't ask him where he's going to go or what he's going to do when he get there. Because, see, that's no concern to me. I'm here to give you the wisdom that God gives to me. I'm here to tell you this. I don't need to know the other stuff. So then he would proceed to get on the bus, and he sat there. And so the driver had got out the seat. She was sitting there on her phone because they can't sit in their seat and use the phone. They used to work there. And she got out the seat. She on her telephone and different things until it's time to go. So she gets back in the seat, get ready to start the bus up. He grabbed his bag. He said, I'm leaving. I can't go. And he got off the bus. And that was it, honey. See, so it's like, it's really something how God allows people to cross your path. And on the way, another day, I happen to talk to this Caucasian king who's standing out there with me waiting on the bus. Because my job right down the street. And that day, some days some days I feel like catching the bus. Some days I walk down there. It's just like 3 big blocks. Really 3 big long blocks, if you really think about it. But they really broke down into little blocks. But really, they're not numbered, So it's like 3 big blocks because it's a church and a school. Different things there. So apartments and all that. So it's nice sometimes to walk. And I get to, last time I was really able to walk was when I was in prison. And we could go outside and walk the track at the camp. And you can go out there and be alone with God until you pass somebody else up, but this here is different because I'm able to walk and be alone and I don't have to worry about nobody being around me. I treasure the times that I get to be alone because that's the time that I get to really, really get to meditate on the Lord. I love my grandbaby, love my daughter, and she's growing up. She's about to leave the house and we're about to transition over here and do some different things. For the first time in over 30 years, I will be alone. And this is going to be different for me. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it, understanding that God has a king for me. I know that. God has a king for me. And it is everything that God has given me. Even if God hadn't given me a king, I would still be so grateful and so thankful to be even a part of something as beautiful as growth. To just be a part of it. I look forward to the time on the podcast. The only time that when I get ready to record, I get anxious about is the noise all around the lighthouse. In and around the lighthouse. Now here it is. He on spring break. They missed all these days and different things. Okay, they going on spring break. All right, they got to go on spring break. Teacher need a break. I understand that because I do. So he on spring break, and I'm trying to talk to him about being quiet and understanding that God is the Lord's time. We got to give God some quiet. What he does real good. The only thing he does out there is laugh and giggle, as he playing and on his games and stuff. And he's watched, honey. He's watched, and he's growing, and he's doing wonderful. I put in a foundation of love there for 9 years. He had a great base of love, and he loves grow, and he is growing. God bless him and the children of the world. There's so many atrocities right now that are happening in the world that we really need to pause, and not just pause and sit back and see what somebody else going to do, but pause so we can reflect on what we are going to do. How are we going to be the change to make a difference for these children? How are we going to make the world a better place for our future? Because the children are our future. Yeah, they really are. You may think they're not your problem. They ain't none of my problem. They ain't none, I don't know nothing about. You never know how later on down the line someone may cross your path. See, that's why we all need to begin to sow the seeds of love. We need to sow love everywhere from God above. We sit up and want to wonder why God allowed this. Why God? Why that? Why is this going on? Why is that going on? Because there's evil going on under the sun. There's oppression. It's all described in Ecclesiastes. You need to go and get the Bible and read the old chapter, the Old Testament. Read up on some of that. Read up on Ecclesiastes, because it's all describing what's going on down here in this lake of fire. Honey, I'm telling you, with the circle of souls, we are here in the physical. And we only here for a short time. We out here for long. We just passing through. We really are. We just passing through, but it's how you pass through here. It's how you pass through here on this highway of life. It's the deeds you do. What are you doing down here? How are you living? How you living? Really? Are you living in living color? Are you really living in living color? Or are you only seeing a black and white world, just seeing you? Is that all you see is you? Just black and white? You? That's it. That's just you. Are you living in living color? You can do what you want to do. Anything you want is up to you. You for me and me for you. You can be anything you want to be. Oh, I can't rap it. I want to so bad. I put it down there. I used to know it, but I used to memorize it and recite it. But I don't really know it. But Heavy D talks about a time where you can walk down the street and you ain't got to worry about nobody doing nothing to you. We can come together in love. That's what he really talking about. When you talk about in living color, you used to, couldn't wait for the show. The show come on. You like see them dancing and stuff. But honey, listen to the words. It's a message in the music. Listen to the words. It's a message. Stop putting all that evil music in your spirit. Because what you feeding in your spirit, that's what you are going to be of. That's what you speaking over yourself. What you speaking over your life. What you feed into your spirit, you are feeding that into your life. See, Heavy D was about love, honey. He was about love. And then you sit back and wonder why God always take the good ones. Heavy D is with God. His legacy grows with me. Heavy D is with God. His legacy has touched me from the time that I knew of him. I'm telling you, he's special. He's special. He's still special. Tupac. They're all legends. I mean, they're all, you can name them all. All of them fell by oppression. We all down here under oppression. Look at them. Fell by oppression. Kings. Look at these kings. You have freedom fighters. People fail by oppression because of evil. Because you want it this way. Or you want it that way. Or you want it that way. Or you want it that way. But let me tell you something. You may have it your way right now. You may have it going on, your kingdom, this and that, the throne you sitting on. But I will tell you one thing. There is a king that we all have to answer to. It ain't too late. It's never too late till it's too late. It ain't too late to turn it around, to give it over to God, to get the side. Don't forget about God. Get the side. Take the reign and grow. Take the reign and grow in God. Don't forget about God. God is love, honey. Don't forget God. See, we forgot God. We don't even want to focus on God. Don't want to hear God. God, no, I don't want to hear that. The church, no, I don't want, no. See, because all this church foolishness, all this, here come, I'm telling you, okay, God bless Easter. Here come Easter. Here come the Easter. The Easter folks, the Easter clothes and the Easter outfits and getting there. Now we gonna get even more dressed up. We coming in for the show, the Easter show. I've seen the church so packed on Easter, we ain't even have nowhere to put folks. You know what? What next Sunday? Where all these people? Where they go? It's a show, Easter show. Honey, you better put that show on for God. You putting that show on for the church folks, all this church foolishness, all this backbiting and going on, all this looking and judging and peering over at folks all kind of ways, looking at folks crazy, honey. God looking at you. While you sitting there looking at them and judging, when you see such a look. See, you supposed to be, God is love. We supposed to be here for each other. We supposed to be here about love. So look, let's stop all the foolishness. Let's stop with the church foolishness. Let's end that. It's not about lifting one. Hey, you. It's not about lifting one. It's about lifting us all. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna take that collection plate. We're gonna divide it up. What we're gonna do? We're gonna take care of this family this week, this family this week also. We can squeeze a little bit for this family. Let's help some folks out. See, we ain't got to lift up one. Don't just all go to one. Bring the tithes to the storehouse so my house can have meat too. Did you hear that? Bring the tithes to the storehouse so my house can have meat too. Not just your house. My house, all the house, everybody's house supposed to have meat. Shouldn't be nobody be doing without while you got somebody doing with. Somebody coming up on the backs of some other folks in some religion. We got some religion, some money and control, trying to control folks. Tell folks you can and can't do this, you can't dress like that, can't come in here like that, can't look like that, can't say that. Can't do that. No, you ain't that. You can't come up here. You ain't sit up here, not here on this. Where we at? No, you can't come up here. Not you. Not you. Okay, yeah, you. Come on. See, God looking at you. All this judgment you over here that you doing. God looking at God watching this show. God sitting high and looking low. Mom used to say that when I was a kid. God is sitting high and looking low. And they used kind of, but see, I wasn't doing nothing, as a kid, I snuck off and left the house and did stuff like that. But, God watched out for me, because I was a child. But, And as I got older, like a child, still growing to God, not understanding. My Father God, looking out for me. All this time, getting myself in slip falls. I'm just over here. I done failed, God. Help me up. I've fallen and I can't get up. For real. I fell, honey. I couldn't get up. On the coldest day of my life, God, I've fallen and I can't get up. Help me up. Can you, God, can you help me up? Just help me up. I shut up. Help me up. And so I can hear you. So I had to grow, honey. People had to be pushed out of my ear. I can't hear this. You got to get away. God pushed them. It wasn't me. God pushed them away, honey. God moved them. It's like a transitioning. That's exactly what it was. A transitioning, a growing, elevating to your greatness, to your greatness. To your greatness, to your greatness, to your greatness, to your greatness, to your greatness in God. That's what it was. Just steady elevate. And that's every day. We elevate every day. Don't let the elevator bring you down. Elevate every day. Elevate. I will grow for you. Yeah. Darling, if you want me to, I will grow for you. I will grow for you. I'm growing in God for you because I want the world to grow too. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. Yes, we can. In God, grow. Rise to reach your greatness. Greatness in God. I love you, kings and queens. I love you too. And love all around you. That's how you get the breakthrough.